presentation show, Bring It On. I'm your hostess, Shinayong. This season, we've had 18 presenters, all promoting their unique cultures right here on Arirang TV. You've met them all, and it was your chance to learn about the different culture, tradition, history, and system that made up our dynamic world. We're so close to the finish line. Today is the semifinals, so let's start. First, let's say hello to our beloved judges. He loves to say this. Last season's champion, One Kind, hello.
Yeah, it's your boy One Kind from the Lecture Boys, and I'm so glad to be here.
The official mascot of Bring It On, let's welcome Punita. Yay! Right now, Korea is in love with sexy, brainy men, and he's one of them. Ilya, hello. Yeah! Okay, and a special guest for a special episode. Let's welcome for the first time from Australia, Blair.
Hi everyone, I'm Blair from Australia. Yeah, it's an honor to be here today.
Now today is the semi-finals to determine the single contestant who will make it to the finals. So let's meet them. Alia, Davis, and Nicole. Welcome back. Are you ready for today?
I'm not ready to let my friends down.
Oh.
That's what I'm really worried about.
Oh.
But everything's gonna be all right.
Okay, and last week's runner-up Davis from Tanzania, 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, of course. 2 weeks in a row, I won. I became a second runner, and today I'm here. So
Yeah.
get ready.
The ladies' man.
And from Denmark, Nicole. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to be here again.
Yeah. I mean, as a professional model, would you think of me as one? Right
Yeah,
now?
I like your pose. It's nice. Yeah, it makes your legs look nice and long.
It's like make
And
love
that
to
sexy
the
look.
camera, right? Okay, I need to stop doing that. Okay, today's gonna be an intense episode because we're so close to crowning this season's champion. So, obviously, our presenters are under a lot of pressure. So to ease that tension and that pressure, I've prepared a special time for you to interact with the judges. It's your chance to impress the judges. You know, appeal to them, show them why you deserve their vote. So today, what have you got for us?
I've been saving my special skill for today.
Ooh, what is it?
What's that?
I mean, it might be the last time that I'm on the show. You never know, right?
Yes.
So I thought this is time to bring out my secret skill, which is sports stance.
Dancing.
wow.
So do you want me to be your partner?
she was off
I can be your partner.
Yeah.
I mean, usually we do girl-boy partners.
Okay.
So she wants the boy.
Who do you want to dance with?
Any of you willing to try
Ilya.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So sports dance is a pair dance, right? So the first thing I'll have to do is, sorry.
He loves it.
Oh, so romantic.
So focused, Ilya.
This is how you pick up girls, by the way.
Pretty good.
So pretty.
Oh, dream maker,
Aww.
you
You can see it's
No, I think.
quite romantic.
wherever you go.
You're actually pretty good at it.
Okay, now Alia, what have you got for us?
My topic and also something really, really Indonesian. It's in here.
Wow. Oh, so
What's that?
what is
Not
that?
this place, but inside
Inside.
here.
It's
Okay.
It's a makeup kit.
It kind of looks like a turtle.
Oh, so is it a gift?
Oh, what is
What
it?
is that?
This is like Indonesian traditional
toys, like game. So one holding here, for example, thank you, Nicole, for participating. I will not attack you later. And then one in here. So there are like some students also like jump around here. No, you don't do this, but like from here to here to here to here until like that.
What's it made from? It kind of looks like it's elastic
Like a
bands.
rubber band.
Good questions. Yes, it's from a rubber brand, so kind of like. If you can guess my topic today, I will give
Jump
this.
roping.
Exercise. We've done sports dance. Now,
Sports.
yeah.
No, it's not related to sports. It's related to rubber band into this.
Rubber band factories.
Reusing something for another purpose, maybe?
Yeah.
Recycle.
You're almost recycling. Yes, that's right.
How did you say that better?
Recycling.
She just took what I said and like made it sound better.
Yeah. Thank you for the hint.
Yeah.
Every week we introduce a new theme, and as Alia mentioned, today we are going to talk about recycling systems that help protect the environment. Now, environmental pollution is a global issue, so let's start with a special video. Now, countries around the world are coming up with new ways to encourage recycling, ultimately improving their global image. And today we are going to talk about that. What is it like in Denmark, Nicole?
We have a lot of different systems for recycling. It's actually not that different from Korea in that we also sort our plastics and food waste and all that. And we too recently had a government cut down on plastic bags used in the supermarket. They put, I think, a tax on the plastic bags so that when you have to buy the bags in the grocery store, they're now more expensive. So a lot of people try not to buy them. And you know the little plastic bags you put like fruit in and stuff?
Sure.
They've taken those off the shelves.
Oh, okay.
So that actually has reduced the amount of plastic wasted in Denmark a lot.
Like how much? How effective was it?
We like numbers here.
We like numbers. I think it's like
Give me a graph.
more than half, way more than half, like maybe 60% or something like that.
Wow, that's a
Try
lot.
90.
That's a lot.
I think it's like 90%
Yeah,
that
that's
they've cut
correct.
it down.
Okay, the same applies to most countries around the world. What about in Tanzania, Davis?
In Tanzania, some efforts, I don't know, maybe we have this kind of, how can I say, like a special, unique way of recycling water, how can I say it? Yeah, there are, for some places in Africa where water is kind of scarce, there are special toilets known as blue diversion.
Oh, it looks like this.
Yeah, those toilets.
That's a toilet?
Yeah, that's a toilet. It looks like a
Looks like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Looks like a shower
that's
stall.
a special toilet known as blue diversion. I mean,
Okay.
the water that you use, it's kind of, recycled again so that you can use it again. It has been installed by special, filtration system that, after you use the water is recycled and again you can use it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of used in some places where water is at high scarce.
Yeah, there are a
That's
lot
great.
of systems that are like if you use a shower, then it goes to the bathroom,
so
and it
that you
also
can
works with
use to
sprinklers.
wash your hands.
So your water bill is like $8.
That sounds really good, especially in drought.
Yeah.
Gray water, I think they call it.
Yeah, so basically what this does, it separates waste from water, so you can reuse the water.
Wow.
It's pretty impressive.
like that.
What about in Indonesia, Alia?
Talking about that, there is something unique about smartphone. Like second-hand smartphone electronics.
Oh, okay.
Like hand-me-downs.
Kind
of?
Recently, they make this these used cell phones that you throw it away to become something that can that can catch sound.
Oh,
So can detect
just like that?
wood
Yes.
choppers. Yes.
It catches the sound, so it
does
stops
what?
people like illegal logging or
Illegal
something like that?
lodgers. Yes. So this can detect for 1 kilometers away
Wow.
and then go directly to the center, and then the center like call the cops and wing, 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 think that's all.
Wow.
So-
Wow.
This is a picture
That's
that
ingenious.
shows that process, right?
Yes, yes. But this is just recently, so there's not much data of it. If you ask a number, I cannot really give it, but yeah, it's still improving.
So judges, you have nothing to worry about because our contestants, our 3 semifinalists, have a lot to say. So let's start our semifinals.
Here are the rules. Only one presenter will be crowned the champion. 6 teams of 3 compete in the continental preliminaries. The winner of each team stays in the competition. 3 runners-up with the highest scores proceed to the redemption round. Winners of the preliminaries go up against each other. Runners-up of episodes 8 and 9 face the winner of the redemption round. The 3 winners duke it out on the final stage.
This is how our point system works. From the judges, 40%. From the studio audience, 10%. Bring It On application, 30%. And with a successful talkback session, one presenter will earn a bonus 20%. The votes will determine first, second, and third places. Now, if you're in the studio, listen carefully to the presentation and get ready to toss your questions during the Q&A session. If you're watching the live recording via our Arirang TV website or YouTube, please vote and also send us your comments and suggestions.
Collecting them at recycling centers is pretty big, right? But
about
it's
collecting
a
those
quite big
waste.
country. Look.
Now, let us begin our semifinals. Our first presenter is Alia from Indonesia. You have 4 minutes, so use them wisely. It could be your last. But before you begin, we have a very special video message for you.
Eco Green Park, save the environment, only on fighting.
Eco Green Park, save the environment, only fighting.
Hello everyone, my name is Olia. First, let's take a look at this video first. This is a recycling center in Seoul. Very artistic, made from plastic can, fabric.
Is it a can?
It's so amazing and inspiring, even though I don't know art. So my topic is Eco Green Park. Oh my God, look at that. Garbage are everywhere. Why? How come this happened? It's because lacking of facilities makes people think that it's okay to throw away garbage everywhere. Well, it's not, because in Malang City itself, the waste production has reached to 70 tons per day. So how do we solve this problem? With a proper environment education and also empowering the local community in waste management. So there is a big company in Indonesia collaborate together with the government. They made this recycling center, and later on they applied the fun creative way, Eco Green Park. School fields. They got education about composting, interacting with the animals directly,
I've done that before.
farming, recycling.
Their phones.
So, Eco Green Park was officially opened in July 2012 in 5 hectares areas with 35 zones. The concept of this theme park is fun and study, which means to educate people about environment in fun way. The goal for the future is to become an international tourism destination. It has 4,000 visitors per month, 510 floras and faunas. And as I mentioned before, that there is actually a recycling part in this theme park. There are up to 150 families working for reproducing the waste, festivals and exhibitions. And there's actually a research with the existing of this theme park, which in the entire of East Java itself, the waste production has decreased to 1.5% per year. Yes. Facilities that related to saving the environment, as you could see in that video before, the Eco Journey, Eco Science Center Zone about recycling and the science behind that. Only with the education, you can teach people that you should do recycle at home. And from garbage, you can turn it, make it something really beautiful, meaningful, and useful for a daily basis. The government itself really supports this theme park. So one thing need to be done is the infrastructure, which means road and public transportation to make it accessible to go to that park. And marketing support, of course. And the Minister of Education really put it in the curriculum in academics, collaboration events, exhibitions, and seminars about eco lifestyle. This theme park is located in the tourism area, which means there's lots of hotels and accommodations, start from the cheap one till the luxurious ones. And look at the price. It's not even 5,000 won. It's not even $5. Why it's so cheap? Because we would like to reach people in different kind of economic level in order to teach them about recycle, because that's the biggest problem is the people behavior and lack of facilities in order to save the environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Alia. Now questions, judges.
Yeah, I have a question.
Ilya.
So you said that the government supports the park with the infrastructure and marketing strategies. Who actually owns the park?
Good questions. The ones who owns the park is Jatim Group. Jatim, it means East Java Group. They have lots of amusement parks and exhibition and festivals. But one thing really amazing about these companies, it's always related to eco-friendly and education.
Do they accept donations as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Are there any plans to open other parks in the future, or is it just this one location?
This is East Java, right? So right now they are planning to make it in the center of Java because Bandung is in the west of Java. They have it. Bali have it. Batam Island they have it.
So there's many of them then.
Several, only several.
That's great.
But it's getting developed.
Okay, that's it for our first presenter. It's time to vote. Let's start with our studio audience. Studio audience, please get out your smartphones and get ready to vote. And now our judges. Judges, if you liked Alia's presentation, get ready to press the buzzer. If you thought there was something missing, you don't have to. Have you guys made up your minds?
It's tough. It's tough.
I know. Your vote becomes final on my count of 3.
Representing Indonesia, Alia Junaidi. And the results?
3, 2, 1. Press the buzzer. Out of 4. Punita and One Kind's vote, but not Ilya's and Blair. And Ilya, I mean, you had that gesture. I thought you were gonna vote for Alia, and I was like mildly shocked.
Me too. I saw his hand going and it didn't
I thought it was Ilya voted for her.
That was actually so far the most difficult judgment for me, because obviously you upgraded. Gosh, you were good.
Yeah.
In your delivery, you upgraded so much. You got so much better comparing to all your previous presentations. So that's why I was considering for a couple of moments voting for you. But the presentation itself, it kind of kind of got me floating in the air. I didn't quite get the feeling of what this park is about.
It's about the economy.
This is
the
really
ecology.
broad. I mean, I got that this is educational place, whatever, for the students. I got that this is a recycling center, but I didn't get, the presentation itself was not very clear on the goals of this park.
I agree. I agree.
For me, yeah, that was the ultimate moment.
It was really great how you kind of have emotions with it as well. I felt the passion. I thought it was a great take on recycling, and you focused on education being the first step to take. And I think that really helped you out a lot as well.
So Alia got 2 votes from our judges, but all 4 of them agree that she gave an excellent presentation.
Yes.
Now, let's find out what our audience thought of Alia's presentation. Here are the studio points for Alia. From the judges, 20 points. And from the audience, 9.5 points for a total of 29.5 points. Now, we still have to count the application votes. Our total score will keep changing until the voting closes. So if you liked Alia's presentation, go vote for her. Next up, we have Davis from Tanzania. His item is e-waste recycling. But first, let's hear from his supporters.
What it takes, bring it on, y'all.
I'm still trusting you, and I'm sure you're gonna do a great job.
I hope you can do it, and they believe in you. Just show them who you are. Fighting!
Hello everyone, I'm Davis from Tanzania. As she said, my presentation is about electronic waste to 3D printers. So let's watch the following video here. Who am I? The fact is, I am nothing more than a waste from a dump. You can see that's a phone. You think it's no longer in use? Leading to environmental pollution. Well, we have heard from earlier, they use it in Indonesia. There are some computer parts and some televisions and parts that are no longer used. So in Tanzania, recycling reduces environmental pollution, leading to the development of the electronic industry. So electronic waste to 3D printers transit project. First of all, let's see what electronic waste is. Electronic waste describes discarded electrical or electronic devices, used electronics which are destined for use, resale, salvage, recycling, disposal are also considered as electronic waste. And how about 3D printer? Special printers that can make 3-dimensional solid objects from a digital file. They use computer additive methods to do this. So let me give you simple facts. Did you know that electronic industry is growing so fast to the extent that electronic products that are out of fashion by the time you buy them, for example, phones. Also, global electronic waste is estimated to be 20 to 50 million tons every year. And in my country, Tanzania is predicted to produce 9,500 tons of electronic waste from computers only. So with this huge amount of electronic waste from computers, what's the solution? The solution is TANSIT. TANSIT stands for Information Society and ICT Sector Development Project. It's a bilateral collaboration project between Ministry of Communication and Science and Technology in Tanzania, also Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Finland. Officially, it was started in August 2011 and is run together by staff members of Ministry of Science and Communication Technology, also High Commission of Science and Technology, and Finnish technical assistance team of 2 people. How does it work? It brings together people with innovative ideas by holding meetings, provide space to work for projects and ideas, smartphone applications, business ideas. Also, they support scientific ideas by turning them into reality. As you can see, youth with ideas, they gather together, they share ideas, they support them, they turn their dreams into reality. So, TANSIT has got a division in it known as Buni. Buni is a Swahili word which means create. So creativity, which is under TANSIT, earlier this year they came with the idea of making 3D printers from electronic waste, especially computer parts, formed brainstorming group known as Make Fellows, which they meet every week to discuss concepts and technology about making 3D printers. Also, Finnish government has decided to take part to boost this project financially. Their goals was to get rid of electronic waste to some extent in terms of raw materials, as they'll be using electronic waste as well as some other plastic waste. Also create job opportunities through collectors and operators of those electronic waste materials. Also, the team will be able to keep production costs low enough for the fabrication labs to afford producing teaching facilities, especially science teaching models. Let's watch the video here. That's at Buni Hub. That's one of the sample of the 3D printers that has been created. Those are some products that can be used. As you can see, toys for school kids, teaching models. Some shoes also can be made from them. So how far have they reached? As the project in progress, they have managed to create few 3D printers in the main hub headquarters in Dar es Salaam. They started 5 labs across the country, produced few materials, mostly teaching aids for school needs. As you can see there, those are 3D printers. They are making materials. And finally, thanks for your attention.
That was Davis's presentation. Now some questions. Judges? You guys are still thinking?
I don't think I have any. That was really...
Yep.
Yes.
One kind.
Through the e-waste, how many 3D printers were created?
Actually, the project started last year. Currently, they have created about 4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Yeah. But they have managed to create, by creating 3D printers, they have made some products that have been distributed to some schools within the region where this headquarters of this Buni Hub is located. There is one school, I couldn't put the video because the presentation couldn't.
So they make these 3D printers and they donate it for a good cause, or do they sell it, resell it again? How's
currently, they haven't started selling them.
Oh, okay.
They are making them, they are owning them. They are trying to make simple products by using those 3D printers as teaching more, aids, teaching facilities. They can make, let's say, alphabets like A, B, C by using those 3D printers. They distribute them to some schools so students can use them. Instead of importing them from outside, we make themselves. We make them ourselves now.
These are made by recycled products, you said? The 3D printers are made by recycled
Yeah, especially, computer parts.
Right.
They take like printers, computer printers, they take like CPUs. I don't know how they connect them because I'm not a specialist. So they use them, then they create those 3D printers.
How do they collect all the e-waste? I think you mentioned, but I just wanted to get a clarification. How are they collecting it?
Oh, the way they collect these electronic waste.
Yeah, the electronic waste, yeah.
Like, currently there have been like a temporary job, I can say that, that people are hired to collect any kind of waste from streets.
Oh, okay.
Starting from bottles, glasses, then also these computer parts. So those people, after they collect them, they sell them to some place, then these Buni Hub, they go and take them from there. They buy them from them, then they take it to their working place and then turn them into useful 3D printers.
Okay, thank you, Davis. Now we're done with the Q&A session. It's time to vote. Let's start with our studio audience. Studio audience, please get out your smartphones and get ready to vote. And now our judges. If you liked Davis's presentation, get ready to press the buzzer.
Representing Tanzania, Davis Julius. And the results?
3, 2, 1, press the buzzer. Again, 2 out of 4. One kind and Blair voted for Davis, but not Ilya or Punita.
3D printing is becoming a big thing these days, and to see that there are people and companies that are taking old technology and making it new for the future, I think it's a really, really good message, and the results are really great. So that's why I gave you a vote.
Preach it, Blair.
But those of you who did not vote for
know.
Davis,
Yeah, the line is drawn
and Ilya,
I'm moving away.
Punita, why did you not vote for Davis?
Well, if you just compare what they were talking about, our two judges were complimenting just the topic, which the topic was great. But I think we are here to judge how you are delivering it, how you are selling it. And for me, I mean, it was such a great topic that you it was ashua, you know? There was something missing from it. And I can't really pinpoint it, but it wasn't all that great either. It wasn't all that bad. And since this is the semifinals, you know, right, exactly, had to bring it on. And it was just, fell short just a little bit.
So One Kind and Blair voted for Davis, but Punita and Ilya did not. So 2 judges out of 4 voted for Davis. Let's find out what our studio audience thought of his presentation. Here are the studio points for Davis. From the judges, 20 points, and from the audience, 9 points for
Close.
29
0.5
points. Now that is pretty close compared to Alia's studio points. So your votes are crucial. Go on to our application and please vote for your favorite presentation. Our last presenter is Nicole from Denmark. Her item is recycle vending machine. But before we hear her presentation, here is a video message from her supporters.
Hey Nicole, good luck with Bring It On.
Hope you make it to the finals. Fighting!
Good luck, Nicole. Good luck, Nicole.
We're proud of you.
All right, this is Nicole back again with another presentation for you. And my first question is, do you hate trash? I certainly do. So why not just exchange trash for cash? Duh. Sounds pretty good, right? But first, let's figure out why we hate trash. So decomposing plastics releases toxins into ground and water, and it's really bad. Water gets polluted, the ground gets polluted. Landfills all over the world are just getting bigger and bigger because we produce so much trash. And all this trash, it's poison to humans and it's dangerous to animals. They get entangled in it and they choke on it and no, not good. So we gotta recycle. All over the world, we have recycling systems. But Denmark has come up with a really, really great and very special system. Let's take a look at it. All right, we all got trash. I drank a lot of water, so got a lot of plastic water bottles. Wait, this is not exactly what I'm looking for. Maybe over here? No, okay, I'm starting to get a little confused. Why are there no vending machines for bottles here? Okay, we clearly got a problem, guys. I'm looking for this pant. Pant? What is that? Okay, here's a vocabulary word for you. Pant literally means mortgage in Danish. But it's limited to situations where you give something and then later on get it back. It's basically like a deposit. So the pant system works out like this. There are little stickers and marks on bottles. There are 3 types, as you can see here. Depending on how big a bottle or a can is, you get a different amount of money. There are also odd types of bottles, which are like gas containers and non-food containers that you can also return and get money from. They're just called odd types for some reason. The pant is initially added to the price when you buy the bottle. So when you go down, you buy a soda, you pay for the bottle separately. Which means that you give the money, and if you don't recycle, you just throw out your money. That's stupid. So this is a huge incentive for people to actually return bottles. But bottles that are not returned can still be collected by others. Then they can collect the pant. And a lot of homeless people and children do this at schools and streets. If they find a bottle, they pick it up and they go get the money for it. So no sticker, no pant? Well, yes, to be quite honest. But the machines will still accept your bottle, so don't just go and throw it out. It's bad. You can still trash it in the machine. So the return stations are located at your local grocery store, which means there are tons and tons of them. We're talking hundreds of thousands of them. Every single town have a grocery store, thus they will have a recycling station, as you can see here. The top is for individual cans and bottles, and the bottom is for big boxes of cans and glass containers. Using these are pretty simple. Even small kids can do it. Plug in the bottle, it'll scan it, looking for the sticker. This is the back side, where it will sort it, left, right, depending on what it is. And here you get a receipt, which is your money. Then you go to the counter and you can pay with the receipt. This is why a lot of small kids, you can see here, are doing it to buy candy. So how does it work once you've returned your bottle? There is something called the Danish Return System Company. The bottles are kept at the location where we returned them, where the company will pick them up and bring them to a place where they can be clinically cleansed and refilled at the breweries. Bottles that can't be cleansed because of the material they're made of will be melted and made into new bottles. This picture is from a children's side where you can play games, and classes have gathered up in this event by the company and gathered almost 25,000 bottles during this year. That's quite impressive for a small country. So this is also for small children, and it's enjoyment for them. So thank you for listening. Let's go green and get our globe clean. Thank you.
Okay, that was Nicole's presentation. Now some questions. First, our judges. Who'd like to start?
Does the price differ on cans, bottles, glass?
Yes. As you can see, there is a system of A, B, and C types. The A type are all bottles and cans that are less than 1 liter of content. The type B are bottles with the stickers, of course, that are under, so only like screw top bottles that are under 1 liter. And type C are bigger bottles, so like big soda bottles, for example.
So 1 KR is 1 Korean.
Oh, no, that's 1 Danish crown, which is roughly 15 cent US dollars.
Per bottle?
Per bottle.
That's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So
The
if you
US
have
is
like
around
a party,
like 5
people,
Yeah, same.
Yeah, if you have a party, people put up like a box or like a big bag and throw in all your bottles there and your cans, and you go and you get the money back.
Do you find that you get big lines in the supermarket, people lining up to do this, or is it quite well maintained, like controlled? Because I feel like that could be a disincentive. People having to line up and...
Yeah, I mean, it definitely depends on how big your grocery store is. The bigger it is, the higher chance that it might have several of these.
Okay.
Our local small grocery store has 1. Our larger supermarket has, I think, 3 of them.
Yeah.
So people do line up a little bit, but it takes like maybe 5 seconds for the machine to scan the bottle. And then so it's pretty fast and convenient.
Now, let's turn to our studio audience for their questions. Studio audience, if you have any questions. Yes, I see a very enthusiastic hand over there.
You said that this program has been in work since the 1940s.
Yes.
I'd love to hear if you have more data on how much waste is reduced, maybe in tons, or how much energy is conserved by recycling the bottles instead of creating new bottles.
I have no exact numbers, but if we look at this, you can see that these are small elementary school classes that in 2015 has gathered a total of almost 25,000 bottles. I do not know exactly how many classes are involved in this, but I'm assuming we're talking thousands of school classes, meaning that there are 10,000s of kids involved in this. So it's definitely an efficient system that people participate in. And just alone with these classes, you can see that 25,000 bottles have been collected. So if we were to include data from grown-ups, for example, as well, that would be a lot of money. You can go onto the Danish Return System's website and download reports, annual reports for every year. And there you can see, because it's a publicly owned company, you can go and see the numbers of how much profit they make, how much money they put into the system, and how much basically money is circulating in the system. So you can easily go and access those kind of informations online, yeah.
Okay, now time is up. It's time to judge. Let's start with our studio audience. Studio audience, please get out your smartphones and get ready to vote.
I didn't know.
And now our judges. Now you have been a tough crowd to please.
No, they have, not me.
Get ready to vote, judges, for Nicole's presentation. If you liked Nicole's presentation, get ready to press the buzzer.
Representing Denmark, Nicole Hendriksen. And the result?
3, 2, 1, press the buzzer.
What are you doing?
What's going on?
no votes from our judges.
No way.
4 of them
I feel like I have to vote now.
did not vote for Nicole. Now, let's hear the reasons, starting from One Kind. You had your hand up,
I did.
but you were very hesitant.
And I am, like I said, season 2 champion. And
Nicole's dogging you now.
no. You were gonna walk out.
Giving you the stank eye.
I was gonna vote for you until the last question where he asked what the percentage was, and you said if you go on this site, you can look up the data. Now, if it was for me, I would have put that data into my PPT. So that is where I changed my mind. And that was like a huge mistake on your part. Like, because I wanted to know what was the percentage of the waste reduced from using that machine compared to just throwing, stuff into the bin, how effective that machine was. And you didn't give a clear answer. And that is the reason why I changed my mind, right? When he asked that question.
I guess I was expecting a lot from Denmark for recycle, and it was just so plain, just the fact that we're talking about bottles and cans and...
well, it's part of a larger system, but I don't have time to talk about our recycling centers, for example, or a closed recycling system, for example.
But for me, I wish that you would focus on something that was on a larger scale. You could have went to a different direction. That's just my opinion. It does compare, since you are the last person. You have definitely advantages and also disadvantages because you are, again, compared to the 2 people who went before you. So for me, that was just a letdown. It's just a little bit of a disappointment that you chose that topic. I didn't choose it.
Okay, like I said, our judges are very tough to please. Nicole got no votes from our judges. Let's find out the studio points for Nicole. Here are the studio points for Nicole. From the judges, 0 points, and from the audience, 6 points for
I'm going home.
6 points. Now, Nicole, it's too early to be discouraged because there is that extra 20 points for the talkback session. And you also have the online votes to count on. This would be a good time to remind you of our scoring system. From the judges, 40%. From the studio audience, 10%. From the application, 30%, and a bonus 20% for the talkback session. We will determine first, second, and third places based on the total points. Now, like I said, the application vote counts for 30% of the total score. So if you liked Nicole's presentation, if you liked Alia's presentation, if you liked Davis's presentation, go on to our application and vote for your favorite presentation. Now, Nicole, you will be counting on this corner.
I have to.
It is the talk back session. We will give an extra 20 points for one presenter. Now, the presenters will get to point out all the weak links in their rivals' presentations. So let's start. It's time to talk back. It's time to talk back. It's an all-out war for that extra 20 points. Now, studio audience grant 10 points, and our judges will give 10 points for a total of 20 points. Now, for some of you, Nicole, this will be your last chance to redeem yourself in the studio, but that does not mean that Davis or Alia will have to go easy on you because this is a competition. You will have to bring on your best game. Now, this is the only 3 minutes that you are allowed to be not polite, to be mean.
Talk it out.
Just don't curse.
Talk it out, yes. Anything is allowed except physical violence. Now,
oh, that would be fun.
Yes, that will be fun. Let's start. You have 3 minutes to outwit your rivals, and your time starts now.
Okay, Nicole, I said Alia first.
Okay,
Nicole, you mentioned that this recycling vending machine was applied since 1940. I wonder whether Denmark has been exporting this amazing machine.
Yeah, they have. The idea exists in many countries in Europe. I know that Germany has one, Norway has one, Sweden has one. Austria has the similar system. I wanted to pinpoint something to you especially, and that is we have this theme park, but Indonesia is a quite big country with a lot of different islands.
Yes.
And I
Yes,
have a little
that's
bit of
true.
hard time imagining how does this theme park actually tell people to recycle, because I mean, yes, they can go and see it and learn about it, but
Yes,
it might be far for some people and they don't really actually participate
Before
in
you answer,
recycling.
I'll add up on you. Like before, I mean, putting those vending machines. I mean, what system did they use before? I mean, apart from vending machines, as
Collecting them at recycle centers.
Process, just normal ones.
Yeah, they have like a recycle center when you drive over there and you gather different types
Are
of
they
trash.
still, I mean, existing even now?
Yeah, they still exist even today. We have different sizes like metal, glass, plastics, fabrics, electronics, so forth. Yeah, your answer is
I
waiting
can
for it.
answer your questions. Indonesia is really big, right? So this eco theme park is actually really works for the East Java, and then in the middle and also the West Java have their own things. But it's also easy to go to that theme park. You just take a train to go
But
there.
can you go there with your trash and like give it to the recycle center
Yeah,
there? Because how do you get rid of your trash? I'm thinking like the people that actually produce trash, the theme park doesn't really help in getting rid of it.
85% of Indonesian problem is the behavior. So by this theme park, they want to put education first.
Has it really made a difference so far?
Yes. It's in the PPT, in the East Java is 1.5% per year. I know it's just, I know it's just a little, but we are going there.
I mean, about collecting those waste materials, how is the process like in Indonesia? Can you just tell us?
Well, there is also from the government, there is a bank, and also there is a organization that collect those trash. Yes, so
People
they also
still go and collect it for people. You don't have to, as
No,
a
no,
person,
no.
do
In-
something actively? Because that's
In-
not
in-
necessarily
in-
good, is it?
Yeah, I know. But in some cities, they are really organized. They divided it between the organic and non-organic, and also clothes. And actually, from the cell phones, Indonesia right now, the chip, you can make it to be gold.
Okay,
Some
and
part of
how
it.
effective is the system in your country? You said it's only located in supermarket. How about in streets? They say outside their office, like here.
Oh, yeah.
Where-
We have like, so it's not just supermarkets, it's like smaller grocery stores. Like it would be like a convenience store in Korea.
7-Eleven.
If you get like in the streets in Korea, there's like convenience stores everywhere. They would have like a vending machine.
I wonder about the 3D, how it will be in the future.
But we are seeing for to make it bigger.
Your 3-minute is up, and now it's up to our judges and our studio audience to award 20 extra points. So judges, please huddle up, and audience, please make it okay. All right, our judges and our studio audience made a decision. Let's start with our judges. Judges, who gets your extra 10 points?
But after the thorough consideration, we
Right.
decided that the 10 points from the judges goes to Nicole.
Thank you. Okay, Nicole gets the 10 points from our judges. Now, if you get the studio audience 10 extra points, that will put you on the same level as the other
That'd
two
be crazy.
contestants.
That'd be
Yeah, and we
crazy.
will not know the results until the very end.
Let's go.
The studio audience voted, and their extra 10 points goes to Alia.
Ooh!
Congratulations.
Solid.
Okay, now we have all the points from the studio, and the voting has closed. We have the final results, so stay tuned for the final announcement. It's time to hear the verdict. I have the final results in my hand. We've added all the points from the judges, the studio audience, the application, and the extra talkback session. Now today, only the winner goes to the finals. So who will it be? Let's start from the bottom up. Finishing third place today is... We're very sorry to let you go, but Nicole.
Yes, as expected.
Yes.
And now for the remaining two, Alia and Davis. One of you will make it to the final round. Are you ready to hear the results?
Yeah.
Okay, please step right up to the stage. One of these two presenters is today's winner, making them one of the finalists for season 3. Now, in the studio, they were pretty neck and neck. 20 points from the judges, and they were only less than 1 point apart from the studio audience. So, did the application votes change things? I will announce today's winner. Our finalist is today's winner is today's winner is Alia. Congratulations.
Judges, studio audience, Bring It On app, bonus point, and the final score.
Okay, now Alia, you've become one of our finalists for season 3. Next week is the grand showdown. What will you bring to the table?
I think everyone is a winner. So just do your thing and be happy to be able to, promote your country.
Okay, congratulations, Alia, for making it to the final round. Davis, you improved incredibly during our show. How was your Bring It On journey?
It's fine for me. It was
Okay.
like a fun way of enjoying Korea. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you, Davis. Let's give it up for our wonderful semifinalists. It's going to be a fierce battle of wills, skills, and charms. So join us next week for the grand finale of season 3. See you next week.
I'm so sad to go so close to the goal, so thank you very much to everyone who has been supporting me and voting for me through all this. It's been a great time, and I hope to see you guys somewhere else. Bye!
I'm